1000 throughout the whole show, so I know exactly where we are.
Yeah, stop doing that out loud, too, because it's unbelievably
I
distracting.
lose my place sometimes.
So we don't have any idea what this thing is?
No, but I'm going to take the batteries out because it will start beeping on us.
Okay.
That's our law.
We're gonna go. Taylor, y'all
Y'all
gussied up, you ready to go today?
I am. I put on lipstick for you and makeup.
Just for me?
I did too.
Ooh, Tommy's going to be angry. So let's see. So among the things I guess we're going to talk about today, Taylor not having an AC.
Okay, yeah, I can talk about that.
Because we also do
hour.
have What's in the Box today.
Yep.
And then we have Matt, of course, and then the Assassination City roller derby girls.
Please tell me for What's in the Box you play a little clip of.
We cannot.
What's in the box?
We count on
No, we
that.
can't.
Count on
And I will say it's not ovaries. That's never been guessed, but it hasn't been there yet. And it won't be.
I'm afraid. Ooh,
Okay,
I should bring some
now I'm
ovaries
really confused.
from work.
Exactly.
What are you
Welcome to the
gonna bring
show.
to work?
How much would you hate me if I brought like ovaries or testicles from work for our next
No,
spay or
wait,
neuter?
what do you do?
I work at a vet clinic.
All right.
Yeah. That's better than I
What do you have
morgue.
here? Oh, testicles.
Testicles.
That's okay. My boss, whenever he used to do like tail docking for puppies, would like drop tails in people's pockets because he thought it was funny.
That is.
That was before
There's
I
nothing
worked there.
funny about an errant spinal cord.
We also had to amputate a
Wait,
dog's
actually,
tail
no.
because she had a
Yes.
tumor on it, and so the kids were like waving the tail at everybody.
You know, now that I said it out loud, it's really funny. Yeah,
Yeah, yes.
it's really funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we call a cold open. That's right. So we've been. That was the brilliant cold open to the
Duped again.
episode 2 of season 5 of Fun Time Good Show.
Yay.
We're back up and running in the new studios. We're very excited, of course, in partnership with One Eye Joe Media. We've got Deep LM on air, a new location right next to Sons of Herman Hall, which is pretty cool. So I'm very excited about that. Haven't taken advantage of it at all or gone over there.
Jesus.
But I will one day.
We should go to that bar.
So-
The bar downstairs.
We want to say thank you. Season 5, we're very excited. We have some people that we're partnering with this season. Fun Time Good Show is. We want to say thank you to the White Rock Lake Weekly, who have been wonderful enough to run ads for the show and promote some of the guests, like our beautiful Matt here.
Hi.
And then, of course, Adair Saloon's been giving us some stuff to hand out at local and live events, so that's I want to say thank you to them. And Pitch and Puff has been very nice about doing a sponsorship with us as well. So we want to get them out of the way so we don't have to think about that again, because this show isn't about money. It's about, Taylor,
Love.
mediocre quality entertainment. That's right.
So close.
Well, today on the show, like we were saying, Taylor's going to tell us a little bit about our harrowing experience not having AC. We're going to interview Matt, the glorious filmmaker over here, who worked with the other Matthew on the 24-Hour Film Festival, which, was that what it was called?
We were treated
Yeah,
so
okay,
well.
It was.
Y'all's were just
We were so
fantastic.
Thank
And
you.
I think we aired it on the show for, so
Yep.
we're not going to do that
Yes,
again
yes.
because I don't want to pay the licensing right.
No, it's fine.
$25,000 a viewing. That is not worth
A little
it.
steep.
That's got to
Yeah.
live. It's got to live, man. There's
Yeah.
really
Like a good
big.
tea that's a little steep.
I obviously
get it? That'll
have
work?
to eat.
Okay.
I mean, I'm wasting away.
Right. And then, of course, we have some of the lovely ladies from the Assassination City roller derby and a tiny sprite that I found in the woods also. She'll be coming on the show as well.
Wait, roller
So-
derby? That
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
roller derby.
I
Assassination
suddenly
City.
got so scared.
No, they're very lovely. Despite what everybody tells you in your personal experience, they're very lovely ladies.
No, I don't doubt that. I just know they can hurt me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Without question.
That
So,
I can't skate.
Today, Carol, Taylor, why don't you give us a little catch up on just what's going on? Because you've been without AC for how long now?
Let's see. It went out on the 1st, and it is now the 12th. And I've
In
been
the state of Texas.
in a living nightmare, a waking nightmare. It's been terrible. So we have American Home Shield, home warranty.
Jerks.
Okay, that's what I was. Now we get to apply. Down.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. So I called them Wednesday to say, hey, my AC's not working. And it's, coming up on 4th of
Oh, hold on.
July.
I forgot to say my catchphrase when we introduced the show. Hello, human earthlings and felonious ferrets. Okay, I'm trying that out. Go ahead.
Okay.
So
anyway, so I called
that
them.
one today.
I came home from lunch. AC was blowing warm. So I go outside, things not spinning. I flip some breakers because that's the extent of my mechanical skills.
That sounds very manly of you to do.
Nothing spins,
Right.
nothing works. And so I call American Home Shield and I say, hey, so it's Wednesday and Saturday is 4th of July. Can you please come out and fix my AC unit now? And so they're like, oh, we've got you in. We forwarded your request to AirStar. So if anybody in Dallas knows about AirStar air conditioning services, fuck you.
Also, boo to them.
Yes.
Well, the second they said they have you on a list, you should have known.
Yep.
No,
really
they
should've known.
said
The list
we
is always a bad
forwarded
thing.
your request to AirStar and they will contact you.
No,
So
they won't.
my husband then called AirStar to make sure
Boo.
they got
Taylor's
our
a
request.
husband. Boo.
Yeah, I do.
Sorry, guys. She's not available.
I've been making him deal with all this shit, so I'm glad I have a husband this week. But anyway, so he called them.
This week.
He called them, got them to come out, and so they're like, okay, we'll come out Thursday. They come out Thursday, and they say, oh, that thunderstorm we had, like that Monday or Tuesday, whatever it was, shorted it. Our power bumped at
That
our
happened?
house. Yeah, it was like a pocket storm. It was like the craziest thunder.
It rained just over her house.
I
Basically,
literally thought-
God hates her.
I
Right.
literally thought the house had been struck by lightning at one point because it was that loud. But anyway, so that storm caused our power to bump, and apparently our air conditioner shorted. Something melted into something else, and something bad broke. But so the guy's like,
Or
he's
Breaking
like,
Bad.
we can fix it.
No, none of
He's
that.
like, but I'm warning you. Like I've seen with the home warranty, normally this takes like 2 weeks. And Tommy's like, what? No. So we call American Home Shield. They're like, oh no, it definitely
Boom.
won't take 2 weeks. You know,
Land the plane.
this will be fixed
Land the
by
plane.
Monday at the latest. But so,
And so you still don't have AC now.
yeah, we've been
That's why
talking to
she's
them
moved into the studio.
literally every single day since this went out on the 1st. And on, what was it? Monday, they had ordered a part, and the part was ready for pickup on Tuesday. We call AirStar and say, hey, go pick up the part. It's ready. And we'd like to schedule our service tech. And they go, oh, we can't do that until we have the part in hand to make sure it's like the right part. And we're like, okay, that's bullshit. Can we schedule this now? We'll just cancel it if it's the wrong part. They wouldn't let us do it. So Tuesday, end of day, still hadn't picked up the part. Wednesday, end of day, still not had picked up the part.
What's the deal with this? I mean, are they just...
They're fucking retarded. That's the deal with it. Yeah, they didn't pick up the part till like Thursday at the end of the day. And so Tommy called them to schedule the service tech to come out and fix the AC unit. And the lady goes, okay, I have an opening on July 14th. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
All right, well, look, we only got 1 hour for the show. So did you...
I could go on forever.
I figured.
To be fair, it's only a couple more days.
Yeah.
So in theory, they should
In
come out
theory.
on
My grandmother
Tuesday.
died 3 days
Yeah,
ago. But
they will allegedly come out on Tuesday, and if they don't, like, hell hath no fury. Because redheaded rage is a whole new species of
So
rage.
what lesson
and
have
it
you taken
involves
away
a lot
from
of
this?
shaking and crying and screaming.
So what lesson have you taken away from this?
Next time I'm just going through homeowners insurance because it'll be done, like, within 3 days instead of 13.
There you go. And that's Taylor's Home Improvement Quality Corner.
Spend the money, don't get a home warranty.
So great. Now I want to switch over to the other gentleman here. That was a wonderful story.
Oh, I could rant
I
about it
figured.
for 2 more hours.
If I went without an AC for more than 2 days, I'd be murdering people
Well,
in
and
the
the bullshit
streets.
thing is
it'd
they
be Mad
don't-
Max Fury Road all the way down.
They don't consider it an emergency until you have 3 consecutive days of over 100-degree weather.
That's
So you're dead.
insane.
I'll say this, though. Everyone I know who owns a home, every summer, their air conditioning completely goes out, and they're like, we had to spend $2,000. It's the one thing that I'm really happy about renting still.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
Because my air conditioning always goes out once
Yeah.
a year, and they have to fix it that day.
So the first night we were in our house,
Yay,
our
being
ceiling fan
poor.
tried to catch fire. So that should have been my omen.
Just be
That
done.
home ownership was not for me.
I think our audience might have missed it just a second ago, but that's the first time you've ever called me a gentleman before. You said the other gentleman in the room, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
I was
He did not
implying
call
that
you a
I was implying that
gentleman.
Taylor was
Yeah.
the man. Okay, if you want to go with that one too. So, wow, can y'all hear that? Some of the construction and the motorcycles and everything. I was just wondering if people at home can hear that. 'Cause it's pretty loud.
Well,
And a
I'm
jerk
sure they
on a
can
motorcycle.
reply to you as well.
Well,
Well, they
they-
ask the question.
They do have the live chat room, which we encourage people to use as they're watching the show, which I never monitor, so I don't have any idea if people are ever talking to us. And you can also call in. I forget that we don't have the phones set
It's
up
not
yet.
working yet.
Okay, so thank you, Matt.
You can call my cell phone and I'll
That's
talk
right.
to
And you know what? We've had
So-
people do that.
Yeah,
We-
just text us, and
Come on.
we'll be really quiet.
Yeah, Matt, go ahead and read out your personal cell phone number so
You
that
can
people
tweet
can
me.
text
I'll
during
tweet
the
you
show.
back.
So we do have live tweeting during the show. It's true. So let's get on to the other. You both
I'm another
Matt
Matt.
here. I want to hear what's going on with some of these projects. I saw what y'all did again, like I said, on the 24-hour film festival,
Right.
and y'all's is by far, hands down,
Thank you.
the best. So much so that I'm going to go drop $1,000 to go buy Black Magic now because the quality
Lessons that were
it
learned.
really seemed worth it.
Well, then you got to do the black magic. Then you have to get the speed booster, and then you have to get the lens. And the speed booster and the lens cost more than the camera.
Oh man,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
okay.
that's where they get you.
Yeah, that is. But
It's like leveling up in real life.
yeah, the speed booster was worth it. But you know what? I appreciate the kind comments about the movie. I'm happy with it, but honestly, I really don't think we're as good as a music video that makes no sense with.
Yeah, that was a little. I was surprised because that one didn't look terrible, but I felt like it also didn't follow the rules.
And you know, I hate to talk bad about them, but I'm going to.
Too late.
I've done the competition 3 years now, and I've lost to them every single time.
Oh man!
And they always place in the top 1 or 2, and they always do something like that where it's something non sequitur, and they'll just throw in like one line that doesn't even. It's kind of like
It's the line you're required to use, but they throw it in as a non sequitur almost.
right. It has nothing to do with the theme. They don't do the theme,
Right.
And it's kind of like a teaching assistant in college. You know, where they'll just go through your writing and say, "Oh, well, he used this word and this word and this word." And if you use a synonym, they don't get it because they're just trying to find that
Gotcha,
metric.
yeah.
And it's frustrating. And stop me from. I don't know if you were there, but when I first got there and I was talking to the writers, I went out of my way and said, "Guys, we could make the best movie, but it's not going to win. I'll just tell you right now." That they don't like really well-produced stuff, apparently, because every time I've seen something that's really well-produced, it doesn't win.
Well, to be fair, every one of those was your film, so you are a little biased.
No, there are others that were really well-produced that didn't get the top, but
What do you think is their criteria? What do you think they're looking for?
people they know.
We're trying to do a comedy show in here. Keep it down.
People they know, and I think they want something that
That was a lovely
Can kinda
assassination
distract
ladies
them.
outside the door.
something
Yeah.
that can distract them.
Right.
Which is why I'm glad we went with something not as convoluted as the first couple of drafts that we came up with. But yeah, I liked it. It was fun. It was a good time a good way of spending a Saturday.
So what do you have any upcoming projects?
Well,
next on the
I
horizon?
produce on the show called Eye Opener TV.
Okay.
It's nationally syndicated in Dallas. It's on CW33 Monday through Friday, 5 through 8 a.m. Then we have a best of the week on Saturday morning. I produce on
What's
that
this
show.
5 a.m. that you speak about? I'm not.
I don't know. I've been doing this show for almost 3 years now, and I'm still not. I don't even have to get in as early as everybody, like the live side, because I do pre-produced content, and I'm still not used to it. Like I'm dead
I would
by the end of
never
the day.
get used to something like
No,
that.
I have to get up at like 5:30, which again, it's not 2 a.m. like our host, but it's still early, and I'm not used to it. Besides that, I'm shooting a music video later this afternoon. A rap video in Arlington. I've got.
Yeah, rap video in Arlington.
I know it's yeah. We're gonna be working on something coming up, and then I've got hopefully something else that I'll be shooting in August that may or might not be a 23-minute pilot.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are you? I want to get clarification on this because I know a little bit of the business. So, pilot is a term for the first episode of something,
Right.
But it's also a person who flies airplanes that you could literally be shooting him
I will.
or
be
her. I mean,
shooting-
I want to be fair.
I'm gonna find Sully. no,
Literally, I'm going to be shooting a pilot, and then that shows up on the news at 9 p.m. tonight.
You're on a list now.
Yeah. I
Aaron
know.
Stranger firing at
Listed.
pilots.
I know. No,
Can you tell us anything about the pilot?
It's something that a friend and I wrote back in college that started out as a comic book, and then right before my first kid was born, I started doing it as an animated thing, and I got the whole thing recorded and about half of it animated because I was the only person doing the animation, and then my daughter was born and my extra time went away. So
With the child, I can't imagine.
right, and it's finally gotten to the point to where I can do it the way I want to do it because equipment has gotten cheap and accessible, and it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg to get it done.
Right.
So,
Unlike you, I just saw, and I'm always fascinated by this. How many 16 millimeter films have you shot?
when I went to the New York Film Academy,
Yeah.
I directed and shot. I directed and edited 3 in a month, and crewed on 13 others, and they were
Wow.
shot on the Arri S. and black and white 16 millimeter reversal, edited on Steambeck. And back then, I was doing VCR to VCR editing.
Oh, jeez.
Right. And I had a computer, but my capture card at the time, this is back in 1999, my capture card created a kernel fault in Adobe Premiere. So what I would have to do is I couldn't preview my clip. So I'd have to blow it up and look at my clip at frame at a time.
Oh.
So editing was seriously like taking film.
It was pulling it out. Yeah.
Right. So I remember when I went to go edit my films, I would, you'd have 2 or 3 days to do it.
You'd cry first for an hour or two.
I get it done in 3 hours, like on the Steenbeck.
Right.
Because I'd been so used to doing it that way, looking at it a frame at a time. I get it done, I'm like, I couldn't have been done this quick. Right. And then everyone would be like, how'd you do it? This is so hard. It's like, no, man, this is great. I'm not having to, this is so easy. But yeah, then we would, I DP'd a few, and I acted in a few, and I did assistant camera on a few. And then when I got to college, I had a friend who was in a 16 mil class before me, and they didn't really tell them how to use their equipment, so I helped on his movies.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
Any nostalgia for anything that's 16 millimeter can bring you to?
No.
Okay.
Like, I understand people liking, it has a little bit of a softness and a little bit of a flicker to it. I get that. But it's also, to me, it's akin to someone just saying, hey, you know what? I'm only going to drive a steam-powered car.
All right.
It's a tool.
And there are people that would do that, and those
And
are
his
the
name's
exact
Jay Leno.
people I don't like. Well, yeah, that's right. I guess he does have one, doesn't he?
Right. But it's one of those things where it's a tool.
Right.
Tell your story with the best tool possible. And for some people, that's film, but I also think that, trying to, I don't want to say bully, but trying to keep people using an old technology just because of some nostalgic feelings for it might be a little misplaced. But then again, film is also better for archiving, because right now we don't have a good way of archiving digital. But then on the other hand, instead of people having to worry about, we have to strike another print if a theater wants to rent an old film, now that everything's cataloged digitally, you have more movie theaters, more big theaters showing old prints.
Yeah, I've noticed that, because especially when they can send them to you. When I was working at Lowe's, they got in one digital printer, and at first projector, you're right. And at first they would actually send us a disc, and then about 3 months later, somebody wised up and went, wait, can't we just stream that to them or send it to them? And then we would just get an email, and it was a rather large email, but essentially you got basically an email that just went just to that computer, and it would download, and then you have that. And so you could keep stuff, but they could also remotely delete it. So like, let's say your time was up, or your theater wasn't paying for that print anymore. But what happened, something like when we ran Pearl Harbor, we had, I think, like 4 prints of that. Well, it ran
classic Pearl Harbor.
The classic Pearl Harbor. But it was running in 9 theaters at one point, And so we had to do this looping process where as soon as it comes out of one machine, you give it a little bit of slack and you immediately run it through another machine, and then you immediately run it through another machine. So there were 3 theaters in a row that are like, 17 seconds off from each other, all running the same print. Well, when one of those snapped, 3 theaters went down.
Right.
And what's cool about the digital one is, you're just like, well, just copy it over. We need another print of that.
And it's great to see that since they're not having to make physical prints and ship them anymore in giant canisters, that film prices have gone down. Yeah. Right.
Oh, I remember having to put those together. Pulling out 6 tins and sitting there and chopping them, and oh my gosh! No, now you just hit download, then you hit an automatic auto deletes when you're done. And I gotta admit, I do miss splicing in the penises, the one frame of penis throughout all the kids' movies. But other than that, it was great.
I do remember when digital projection first came out and theaters started to charge more because it's digital and it's a new technology. And okay, I get it, you have to pay for your new equipment.
Yeah.
And now that's like 95% of theaters are all digital, and the price is still the same because you're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I saw Monsters, Inc. was the first one I think I ever saw digital, and there was a comparable difference. I mean, not that one didn't look better than the other, but there was a difference between a digital print and then the celluloid print that I went and saw, and I don't know which one I enjoyed better, because especially as a digitally rendered film, that's a little bit different than if I saw like The Great Escape digitally done,
Yeah.
So, but it was fascinating to see.
Oh, what was the movie that Tarantino saw that they were showing at Cannes, and he was like, "This is the worst thing ever," because it was an old western. It was the grand scale, and it was in digital. And he said, "This why am I just at home watching this on a DVD? Because it's no different."
Right. He calls it TV in public.
There you go.
Yeah.
My first one was Jurassic Park 3.
Oh,
That was
wow.
my first digital film.
What a shame.
I don't remember.
But I do remember going to the Chinese theater.
With William H. Macy?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't remember which one you're...
Correct.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I remember Jurassic Park 3, unfortunately.
It's a classic.
I prefer it to Jurassic World, or no, Jurassic Park 2, whatever it
Right.
was.
Yeah,
Lost World.
none of one of those I really
Yeah.
care
Okay,
about.
we can, I
honestly.
think, as a society, just agree that it's like Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Jurassic Park 3, and The Lost World. Like, that's the hierarchy, right, in terms of quality.
Yeah, for me it goes Jurassic Park 1, Jurassic World, the Lego Jurassic video games.
Yeah.
The Jurassic World Lego video games, all the Lego Jurassic sets.
And then the
any
Jurassic Park toys
right,
that have the dino
any
damage.
spoof or parody anybody did, anything that Leno or David Letterman did to spoof it.
Velociraptor porn.
Velociraptor stuffed dolls of dinosaurs, and then would be Lost World and the third one there.
And
think I'm the only
Tyrannosaurus
one.
thrown in there somewhere. For
Yeah.
some
I
reason.
think
Gotta
I'm the
have
only
that.
one that prefers the third one over the second one.
All the
No.
episodes of DuckTales would come before the last two as well. So
well, that's right after Jurassic World for you, so that doesn't
It's
count.
DuckTales, right? Yeah, straight
Yeah.
up. So, well, we are going to take a quick break. Matt, you going to stay with us for a little bit? As
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because we're going to come back and do what's in the box. That we can do a nice crossover with the Assassination City girls. We're going to get them all in here. We're going to jam pack this room with sexiness
gonna be
and a
snug.
few ladies. So that's how we're filling this up. We're going to be listening to I Won't Go. This is one of my favorite local bands, Dead Flowers. I really like these guys. They came on the show back when it was the Del OL show, and I've always really enjoyed them. So I want you to enjoy them as well, or fuck off. Fun Time Good Show on Deep Ellum on Air.
I haven't done this since college. My friend and I had a radio show. Talk about movies.
I will walk you for a minute or two. Laughing away, yeah, if on you. Check my phone. I'm still alone. Laughing away, yeah, for you to take me home. And I know how you feel. Here you are, but that ain't me. I wouldn't care if you stirred her knees. He holds your hand like a dog on a leash. Led you up and down my city streets. And I hope you
All right, you're back with Fun Time Good Show, you lucky people at home. So we're going to do a quick, normally we save What's in the Box for the end here. Today we're going to do it so we can have a crossover. In studio, we've got some of the girls from, what do you want?
You can just edit it and then put it at the end later.
So
See
much
what
extra
takes-
work. It's just not going to happen. Like, there's a post in this show production at all. So, like I said, we've got some of the lovely girls from Assassination City. We've also got JoJo, but the other ones are great. The other ones seem very nice. And then, of course, we have Matt Thornbury, made famous by the cartoon on Nickelodeon. I think everybody recognizes him from there.
Name's still totally different.
I actually got a little excited. I was like, really?
Celebrity in the house.
What?
So we're going to do, this is how it works. I'm going to give you 3 hints, and then we go around the room. Now, Taylor is known for effing this up very bad every time because she gets it like on the first guess and ruins it for everyone else. So she was required to go last so that everyone else can enjoy their day.
So everyone else at least gets a guess.
Right, correct.
Chance.
So I'm going to give you 3 hints, and of course you get to keep what's in the box. Now I will say, at least this time around, something enjoyable, something you'll probably want. Last time it was my phone bill, and I think it obligated the person to pay a $600 overdue cell phone bill. So,
But it's caught up now.
but it's caught up, so I'm happy. So here's what we're going to do. Let's see. I'm going to open it up. Now for this one, it does actually fit inside the box, so at least that gives you one. Yeah, it's Tarantino's briefcase. Oh, whose dick was it? The
Tom
Peyton Manning?
Brady's.
That was Tom Brady's penis. Yes. Has anybody seen Ted 2?
Not
Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all need
Spoiler
to.
alert.
Pretty good. Yeah, but no, that one was.
Oh yeah, they lifted
Pretty
up the
good.
sheet, right?
Yeah. So I will say that this is. Oh gosh, how to start this one out? This is a collectible commodity. So people also do tend to. Yeah, they collect these. They are very controversial. At least the nature of what's on the collectible or what the collectible is somewhat controversial. People tend to either like this or dislike it very much. I'm going to start with those two. Okay, Matt, you know what it is, so you don't get to participate. Let's hold on. I got the names. I still haven't memorized everybody's names. Hold on. We're going to go with you are Stripes, Bill Murray. Yeah. So you are Daly. Is that how you say it? Arson. Okay, so these are the names. Now, wait, then what's your what's the stage name? I want to call it stage name. Rink name?
My stage name, my skater name is Arson Daly.
Okay, so these are the first names. So Arson Daly, JoJo, Little Badass. Okay, I got it now. I'm starting to catch on here. Okay, you get 2 questions and a guess.
Is it edible?
No, it is not edible.
If I leave it in the sun, will it melt?
No.
Ooh, that's a good question.
I know. I wanted it to be peach gummies.
I'm not sure how that's controversial.
I like the way you do it. I like her theory. I'm going to just guess what I want it to be, what it is, and then if I'm wrong, I don't care, and if I'm right, then I get the thing I wanted.
She's going to will it into existence.
Yeah.
Is it a small bag of Jewish gold? Happy darn, it is. Okay. Matt?
Oh,
Peach gummies.
Yeah, I assume that was her guess, yeah.
is it monochromatic? Is it monochromatic?
No, it is not monochromatic.
Let me see.
Also, just musically, no, it isn't one set of chromatic runs either. I don't know if you meant that musically or
No.
visually.
Is it something that more than one person uses?
Yes.
Okay. I want to say it's a deck of cards.
Oh, very close. I'm going to need a little more specific.
Cards Against Humanity.
No, but that's good. But you did help everybody else out here with that one. That's very close. Okay, let's see.
Thanks for
Hold
the
on.
setup.
Let's get Dolly Anarchy.
Polly.
Polly? No, I think you meant it. I think that's a D. I'm going to call you Dolly. No, Polly Anarchy. Here we go. Oh, look, Pollyanna. I just got that.
Should have waited a little.
That took me way too long to get. Yeah.
Is it, do people use it for religious purposes?
I would say this with the favor of some people, you might consider this a religious artifact.
I think I know what it is.
But generally, no, this would not be a religious artifact. Don't you ever hope one day I open it up and it is the Ark of the Covenant and the lights come out and it's right? Yeah, exactly.
I was really hoping it'd be glowing, so.
One time we're putting that in there. That's going to be great. Do not touch Happy Fun Ball. All right, Mac got that one. Yeah. Any guess?
Can you
Molly?
wear it?
I mean, if you really wanted to, you could make it wearable, but I don't. Normally no.
You know, when we ask questions, we want like normal answers.
No, that's the fun. Is the more
Not
difficult I
like,
make
well,
it.
it's tinfoil, so yeah, you can wear it.
Okay, so from now on you're going to be like, is it soft? And be like, yes, it's a bear.
Also, I do like to wear tinfoil.
It's a bear. Right?
Who wants the bear?
Little miniature
I
bear.
was thinking of Ted again for some
All I'm
reason.
thinking is peach gummies.
Well, here's the best part. Since you know it's not that, anything else is more likely. Like cherry gummies would be more likely than the peach gummies at this point.
Cherry gummies.
No, they're not cherry gummies.
Inedible cherry gummies.
Or maybe he was just throwing you off so he'd keep them for himself.
Right. Okay, good. The let's see. This is Streetcar Named Destruction, a.k.a. the Caucasian Pixie.
That's me.
Oh, wait, no, I am again. Oh, JoJo, little badass.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. This is again.
What like generation is it from?
Oh, current, I would say. Probably hit the height maybe 2 or 3 years ago. In fact, they were at a very large worldwide event. But I would say they're declining. It's declining in popularity.
I think that your time frames are so completely off, but people will figure it out anyhow.
They
So-
literally were at a world event
So
4 years ago.
JoJo, it was past 1994. You're good.
Yeah.
21. I don't get very many references.
I don't get that reference. Is that from a movie?
Next question. Is it? Is it something you play?
No, I don't think you play, but it is an activity you would enjoy with other people.
Oh, no, yeah, no.
One more question.
So it's controversial, and it's close to.
Oh, okay,
close to
let
a
me
deck of
clear
cards.
this up. The items itself.
That's what the questions are for.
Oh, okay, all right. I like him. He's on my side on this. He likes making it more
The
difficult.
rules are not at all.
Right.
Okay, I'm done with this.
I don't know. I was gonna say like Yu-Gi-Oh cards because you said it was close to a deck of cards.
Again, very close with Matt there on that. No, they are not specifically Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But man, I think if somebody else nails it that close, I'm going to go ahead and reveal what the. At this point, you're
Might
almost.
as well just literally spell it out.
You almost are. We're going to do one more, and then.
Give me some.
Because really, at this point, you're just trying to figure out the content of the cards.
I can't read lips. I thought you had an idea. Just tell her. Just tell me. You don't know?
No, I don't know.
All right, streetcar.
Okay, so one side's not sticky, right?
I don't know with the
Now.
content. The ladies might end up making these a little sticky.
Are they like naked man cards?
Oh, so close. So close. All right, they're One Direction trading cards. So everybody gets it. Y'all get them in just in case. Oh, sorry, Matt. Those are for your daughter. Here you go.
I don't want
Y'all can trade those around.
You see, my daughter likes Katy Perry and Queen.
All right, see that's way better.
If
Yeah.
anybody else wants it, gladly.
So I take it the Zane ones are the like
that the
are
contribution?
the rare ones now?
See, I don't even get that reference, and I'm 35 years old.
Zayn left One Direction.
Billy Zane left One Direction. Yeah, he was easily my favorite Zane of the
One
group.
less direction.
Yeah, who knows?
He's the bald one that was in Zoolander. You can see him in the back.
He's like,
Okay.
let me see.
He's the one shooting the Leonardo.
Sad that I know this.
All right. Well, that was.
He's this one.
Yeah.
Well, at least hold it up to the cameras. and
He's the
people
one
can-
that people our age don't care about.
There you go.
No, I think that would cover all. of the
That's good
fellas in
enough.
that.
That's fine. All right. So now we're going to roll over. I have a little bit of footage back from February of Assassination City. I can't guarantee that everybody that's in the room is in the video or in the video. But for the people that don't know what roller derby is, I just want to give the people at home kind of a little bit of access to the sport. Then we're going to talk with some of the ladies that are here today.
All right, Matt, you want to slide out? Or you can hang out if you want.
Okay. So that's a little taste of what roller derby is. So from my understanding of watching the video, they get everybody liquored up and then yell One Direction is great, and then there's this big squabble of women going at it over which one's theirs. Am I right? Is this anywhere close to the sport?
I mean, it's pretty close.
Okay, great.
Yeah, we usually try to fight over Harry Styles.
Oh, very nice.
So many names of people. I
There's
don't know.
I don't know if you've ever actually seen the trophy that they win at the end of the season, but it's a life-size Harry Connick Jr. doll.
That reference I
And
understand.
that's what everybody wants to take
I would
home.
fight a lot more.
Yeah.
Instead of some stupid trophies.
So tell us a little bit about roller derby.
Streets.
Who's nominated for that?
Streets.
It's not roller games, right? Is that correct? There's no
No, it's
alligator.
also not
people.
rollerball. That's a little different too.
I saw some puzzle. Roller Games, see, was this great show back in the late 80s where they were on inline skates and they skated up the thing. But anyways, the most important thing is in overtime, exactly, there was an alligator pit in the middle.
Yep. Oh my gosh, it was wonderful.
We had skaters
just
post that
broke
to our
it.
Facebook.
Technical issues.
Oh, look at that. Look, we have some.
We can't. We can't take you anywhere.
This is just great audio content for the podcast right here. This is for the people saying.
I'll just do this and go back and forth.
Hey.
This is why we can't have nice
That's
things.
right.
This is a new swivel arm.
So,
For alligators, that's, anyways, roller derby.
right, this is why you don't let alligators into your studio. We'll repair this a bit. Okay, so but essentially it's a track. It's a roller track. You're going around it clockwise, counterclockwise. Anybody have a preference? Is it different in the southern hemisphere than in the northern hemisphere? No. That's a real question. Is it?
No.
Okay, and so there's people that score the points, from my understanding.
The jammers.
And the was it?
Jammers.
The jammers, correct. And then there's the other people that need to prevent them so that they're allowed to score.
The blockers.
The
yeah.
blockers. Okay, so we're down to there's an offense and a defense here. I think we're nicely getting into this. So for the rest of it, I'm going to recommend people go to Wikipedia and read the article. How did y'all all individually, like, what made you decide to get into roller derby?
So I went to school with a girl who ended up playing after we graduated, and I had Facebook stalked her, essentially, like looking at all of her pictures, and we met up at a wedding. And I was like, that's so amazing, you have to tell me everything. And she was like, well, why don't you just sign up? And I was like, I can't sign up for roller derby.
I never learned to read or write, John.
Yeah.
Or Jessica, whatever the...
I'll die. And she was like, well, I haven't died. And I was like, oh, I guess that's true. So, okay. And that was it. I bought a fresh meat package and went to the next Assassination City sign up, and here I am.
And so I guess, what are some of the not qualifications, but what do you have to do to kind of get prepared for the first... How does it work? What's the induction into it?
Honestly, you don't have to have any skating skills. You really don't even have to have any equipment for our first fresh meat meetup, because we'll tell you what all you need to get. And you just have to have a willingness to learn. That's pretty much it.
Like anything in life. Am I right? Am I right, ladies?
All right, Steve.
Matt? Yeah, okay. Because nobody's down with this learning and get better at life thing. All right. So tell us, how did you get done? Arson? I'm making sure I'm doing this right.
No.
I don't know why you're trying now.
No, hold on.
40
Polly.
minutes in.
I'm getting better at this.
Yeah.
All right. So Polyanarchy, how did you get into?
I had a friend that played in Houston, and she said I should look up Assassination City, and I did. And I signed up that night.
Now, tell us a little bit about Assassination City is a league,
Yeah.
correct? And how does it break down? How does it work? Are there teams that go under the league?
There's
or?
4 teams in the league. There's the Deadly Kennedys, which is my team.
DK for life.
Her team is the Lone Star Assassins, and then we have Ruby's Revenge.
I'm starting to catch a theme here. I mean, I'm
Yes.
figuring it out. When I get to it, I'll let you know. But
and
I'm
then
starting
we
to catch
have
on.
Viva La Revolution as well, which we don't have any team members from there.
Well, we don't like them. If they don't show up,
Boo! So,
No,
but we know
they're
which
good.
3 we're rooting for this
That's right.
season. So, when did the season start?
February.
February. When does it run through?
September. Our championship game is in September.
Okay.
It's like a whole year. And
Yeah.
not really
Basically.
just like a season.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Yeah.
there's
We play once
3 or 4
we
months
play,
off.
Our home team bouts once a month. It's the 3rd Saturday of every month at Thunderbird Roller Rink in Plano.
That's by my house.
Taylor,
like
why
you
aren't
said.
you involved in this?
I could go watch this.
She's
You
too
could
busy
play.
sweating.
Totally
in her
play.
house.
Totally
yeah,
do.
with Noisy.
So,
Next one, so that would make the next one July 18th.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic!
Saturday.
And how can people? Is it something you need to buy tickets for? Is it something you come out and just cry until people let you in? How does it work?
You can go online to acderby.com
Okay.
and get tickets ahead of time for $10, or you can buy them at the door for $15.
Okay, and I've been to a couple before, and y'all have like a vendors lounge too, almost. So it's more than just, or at least the last time I went, when it was down near Fair Park, there's more to do than just sit and watch the Derby, which in and of itself is already fascinating to watch. But there are other things to do there as well. What are some other things?
Yeah, we do have vendors that stop in from time to time, clothing, jewelry, things like that.
We usually have a chiropractor there.
Halftime we'll
smart.
have a
Halftime we usually have a band or something like that, some sort of entertainment.
Okay, so it's a full event. So if you're
Yeah.
going to spend the $10, you're going to go out. You're going to
Yeah.
have, just like going to any other sporting event. It's not just like an hour of everybody going in a circle. It's a full blown event. You
Yeah.
gotta
And
follow.
you're going to see 2 games every time you come, too.
What's usual? How many number of games do you usually get to see?
2.
It is 2. Okay, and so is it every week? How often are the games?
Every month, once a month.
Okay, so between February and that leaves you about what 6-7 games, and how does it like round robin? How does it work?
Don't
when
let
they
him
pair 'em
count
up?
because if he counts, we just find out how he counts. So.
Yeah.
So each teams essentially take turns playing each other. Each team plays each other twice.
Okay.
So this coming Saturday, my team is playing the Rubies, and then the DKs are playing La Rev.
Do any of y'all have personal vendettas against any of the other players that you go after them when you can over other people?
I personally try to destroy JoJo anytime we're together.
But you're speaking emotionally, right? Like you'll call her late at night and be like, "Nobody loves you." You'll never be happy.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Announce
So on the ring, she's very
deepest,
professional,
darkest
but right.
fears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would say everybody's really like cool with each other, and we're all crazy competitive. But once the game's over, everybody shakes it off if they lost or.
So it's kind of like a field of battle. You kind of have the blood of other people that you're competing with. Is that how that works?
I mean, literally.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Is this something you kind of bond over that, as soon as they blow the gavel, I'm assuming that's what they do here, whenever they blow the gavel, that y'all go out for drinks afterwards? Or how does it generally work?
We always have an after party, and all the skaters go out, and the fans are always welcome to come. Just get dinner and have some drinks and hang out.
Well, that's awesome.
It's a good community.
So it's not just the event. You're even welcome to go out and kind of schmooze up with some of the people you just saw perform.
Yeah, so if you had a skater that you really liked, you can go to the after party and see them and talk to them, and all the skaters are
stalk
super.
them.
I was saying, if you really liked them, I guess you
Now this is
could.
up my alley.
Yeah. I heard you liked cats, so I cut off a cat's head for you. There you go. I don't know why I could see you doing that
I
as
can
the
help
joke.
people with
Yeah, I would see you doing that joke over Matt and me. That's so. What's your favorite part about competing? Let's go from left to right. Let's go with Stains here, which would be streetcar name destruction.
I think that for me, what I like most about it is I'm surprised how into it I am, and surprised how much I want to improve myself physically to be better at it. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a fun hobby. I'm gonna go drink, but once you're in it, you want to start, eating right and working out every day and pushing yourself as hard as you can. And it's kind of cool because you don't really get the chance to do that in your later years. Once you're done with high school, people stop playing sports usually. But it's a chance to really push yourself.
Okay. And whiskey picks? Is this what I have? I can never read my writing. See what I did there? That's a good little
whiskey picks work too.
Actually, that wouldn't be a bad skater name. Do any of y'all have a favorite name that you've heard from another player? Where you thought and you're like, oh, that's just great.
There's so many creative ones.
One of my favorite was Loco Chanel.
Oh, that's good. I think one of my favorite was Aaron 404, or what was it?
It was their number was 404, and then the name was Page Not Found.
Oh, that's right. PAIGE. That was fantastic. That's one of my favorites.
We had a skater in the league named Catherine the Hate. I always loved that name.
Catherine the Hate. All right. Anybody else got some of your favorites? Because there's a database, right? This is just exactly like the clown college in France. Everyone has to have an independent name or an independent face, and you have to register with this database. You have to go and check and make sure that it's not just exactly the same, but not even close. It's got to be different. Do they ever retire names or?
Yeah, you can approach a skater if you know someone that has the name that you want. You can approach them and be like, "Hey, I want to take your name," and if they say no, then
one-on-one combat.
Yeah, exactly.
If they say no, then you have to find
Open the alligator pits.
I desperately wanted to be Angela Slamsbury. And there was a skater in New York who already had the name, so I was like,
there's
never mind.
Courtney Kuntz, which I always thought was a pretty good name too. I always like that
Yeah.
one. So, again, what's your favorite part? We've already gone with
Cup stand.
streets here. Polly, you've talked a little bit about this. I didn't actually let you get a chance to answer on that. I made fun of you for a bit, and then we didn't continue.
On which one? On the what draws me to it?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I did, like, as a kid, I grew up skating. That was, like, what my parents took me to go do. And I always wanted to be a speed skater as a kid. But if anybody knows me, my cardio is not the best. And I'm very short, so speed skating does not work out so well.
Yeah, for the camp, we've got you. You actually look taller than everybody else
Yes.
on the camera here, but in real life, you're
That's her
3'2",
actual height.
right? Yeah, she's standing right now.
not sitting.
Yeah,
She's
she's standing,
standing.
and everybody else is like this.
And then I did
We're gonna need to put those phone books back, by the way, Jedi. Tell me to make sure we don't lose those.
Phone books? What is a phone book?
They have two uses.
Way to go,
One,
Bob.
sell advertisements.
Two,
To boost up people. That's it. That's all they're good for anymore.
So then I did martial arts for about 4 years in high school. And so once I finished that, I was like, well, I need another sport to do. And just stumbled across roller derby, went to a game. And
Literally, you stumbled like on the slippery
Essentially,
shoes
yeah.
that have wheels on them. Okay.
went to a game and was hooked ever since. I was like, I need to do this. Found the nearest league and just went with it. And I've been doing it for a year and a half now.
Polly?
What do I like about roller derby?
Nobody said
I found
hitting
my
girls,
people.
which would have been my favorite thing about being in a league.
What?
Getting away with hitting girls. See, if they asked me, that would be my favorite.
My favorite thing about it is hitting
Yeah,
girls.
it's always-
Sound clip. We're taking that out. We're putting that. So that's going to go on the audio podcast where they can't see you. I'm going to edit that in every episode.
Well,
Matt, what's your opinion on global warming? I like hitting women. Polly, I'm so sorry you were rudely interrupted by this gentleman over here.
it was fine.
It's fine. I like that there's so much diversity and
Except for they're all women. That seems a little, but whatever. All right. Sexist.
Yeah, I mean, and you get so much support off the track.
What I find fascinating is also kind of one of the reasons I like watching rugby is it's people of all sizes. It's not like you just need to be one particular type, like when you watch basketball or something. Like, ooh, if basketball had blockers, like big 350-pound guys who could shove over someone when they went for a layup. Oh my gosh, that'd be awesome. So, and that you're right. I mean, that's fascinating to me because I've seen tiny little skinny people, tiny large people, giant skinny people. It's fascinating because
we
they each have a different
actually do the
job.
Same thing on the track.
Do you really?
Yeah, we're both jammers.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. What position do y'all each hold?
I'm a blocker.
Blocker?
I do whatever I'm
Whatever
told.
they, yeah.
Okay, Matt, you're the cynical asshole of the group. We got that. So,
He's known me for less than an hour.
There you go, done.
I've met you 4 times. But to be fair, you're probably the only person worse than me at remembering people and names.
I remember faces, but I can't remember names for any.
Same
Oh,
here.
I'm
Even
the same
remember
way.
he's got it written down.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was like, my name's on my shirt? I was so confused for a
To be
second.
fair, I'm really, really drunk right now.
Can we get a slow clap for that?
I'm not.
Okay.
Bravo.
So I did used to actually have a shirt that I would wear. Actually, when I first met Assassination City, some of the girls, Dixie Witch and stuff that were on there. I had a shirt so there would be no confusion. Mine said "host" in really big letters because I just wanted to make sure everybody knew their place when I was doing an interview. Like, no, you're the guest, I'm the host. Let's keep this separate. So I always wanted to get them little shirts that said "co-host" really tiny. So that never quite worked out.
How
Well,
he makes us feel tiny.
Yes. Well, I want to say thanks to everybody for coming in studio. The best way is acderby.com, and from there they can learn everything they could possibly want to know about the Assassination City Roller Derby. Y'all are going to be performing an event coming up. Again, what was the date on that?
July 18th.
July 18th. Perfect. What time of day is that usually?
It's in the evening. Whistles at 7 o'clock. Doors are at 6:30.
Okay.
BYOB and bring your own chair.
My calendar is
BYOC
empty that day.
is if you're into brevity, which is kind of my thing. I'm a little into the B. Brevity for short, like that. So, okay, so fantastic. Doors open at 6:30. You can sit down by 7. You can bring all your own booze you want. That's
No glass.
see, that's
No
your call.
glass.
Is it BYOW?
Is that whiskey?
Weed.
Oh,
no, okay.
You know, I'm not going
I was
to
gonna say
say
women.
your secret's my secret. Do what you need.
So I'd like to thank Pitch and Puff for sponsoring the show today. That was really nice. I got that joke in there. No, thank you very much. And every time I've been, it's always been super, super exciting. And so I can definitely tell the people at home, like, you're going to have a blast. Like, you really are. It's, like, adrenaline filled. It's crazy to see people that I've known that personally so nice. Then I go watch them play for the first time. They're mean. And it's so great to go watch. So definitely got to recommend that. Matt, you're going to be producing
All sorts of stuff.
all sorts of this pilot's going to be coming up.
Thank you. Yeah, got a couple.
When you going to know something about that? We got to bring you back in for that.
I've got everybody but 2 people cast. Should be shooting end of August.
Fantastic. Do we have Taylor? You want to tell us any more about your AC? That we got. I guess we got another 3 hours to fill up. If you want to continue to go on about
Let
that.
me start now.
No.
I won't subject you guys to that again.
Fuck who? Who are we supposed to fuck?
What? Yeah. Who's it?
American Home Shield and Air Star.
Oh, I thought it was the homeless. I'm always wanting to say fuck the homeless.
So close.
All right, we're going to go out today. We did last week. I'm sorry. We had David Yanez. We did an interview with him from the
Daniel.
basement. Daniel. What did I say, David?
Because you did it last week.
I did it last week too. I apologize, Daniel. It's Daniel Yanez, who owns the basement out over in Oak Cliff. It's an art gallery, and we were able to go to the Gods and Monsters show. And last week we just had hit the interview with him. This week we've got the first of 2, possibly 3. It depends on how much content we're going to have of the interviews we did with some of the artists as well as the gentleman who set the event up. So we're going to go out on that today. I want to say thank you to our sponsors. I want to say thank you to One Eye Joe Media, of course, who I know it doesn't matter to the people at home, but One Eye Joe's here and just off camera today, here up in the studio. It's exciting to see him, and he really does
Next
only have
week.
one eye, and he makes amazing barbecue sauce.
Next week,
Next week, who do we have on air, Matt?
we have Israel Luna. He has a show on Fridays on the network. He's a filmmaker, does a few other things around town, so he'll be on the show next week.
Fantastic. Are y'all coming back in for next week?
Anytime.
We always extend this to everybody that always comes on the show. If you ever have something come up, or you ever want just 5 or 10 minutes to come in and talk, or you got a special event, if Harry Connick Jr. really does show up at one of your events, you think you can get him in here, absolutely give us a call. We're always willing to make 5 or 10 minutes for anybody when
Just
they got
5
something
for Harry
special.
Connick.
Can I come back in if I just promise to sing Wicked Games?
Yeah.
All right.
Here's another rule. Anybody promising to karaoke any song or sing along to it, I'll open the floor up for that too. So that's perfect. But again, thanks for everybody. Thanks for all of our sponsors. And you've been watching the Fun Time Good Show on DeepElementAir.com.
Sweet Caroline.
Ma, 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 na, na.